conversation about the issues. And one of the top ones that are happening right now is, let me pull it up here, going to be US Department of Justice threatens to sue Texas over new border security law. To me, this is absolutely insane because we see what's happening at our border. We know that our states simply cannot handle it. And that's New York State. That's Chicago. That's Illinois. That's every other state is saying we can't handle this. We got to stop the inflow of immigrants coming into this country. And, you know, Democrats with their bleeding hearts, we're just like, well, we got to have sympathy and empathy. And we got to bring everybody in. We are one government. We are one world. We are all the same. Yeah, cool. But Texas is getting the brunt of it all. We all know that. You look to, you know, go to any border town down there and you'll see exactly the ramifications of just straight up allowing the nonsense to happen. Now, let's look at the Constitution, because that's where everything comes from. Where does it give us the power, right? Where does it give this person, who is the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, the ability to actually enact border security? And that goes into the United States Constitution. It is in Article 4, Section 4. Let's go over it real quick. It says right here, the text, Article 4, Section 4, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. Not a democratic form of government. Remember, not a democratic form of government, a republican form of government. And shall protect each of them against invasion. And on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence, inciting riots, stuff that happened during BLM. Remember when Trump said, I will send in the troops, but you have to ask for it. You have to request it from me or else I can't send it. Remember, people were like, wow, how dare he? Why is he making them beg for it? Well, because that's what they have to do. They have to ask the government for that help. Now, this is the Travis translation. This is a translation of that exact section there. And they state the United States will guarantee every state a government elected by the citizens of that state, and it will protect the states from attack. That's the part in question here when it comes to how our government views it currently and how maybe the previous government would have seen it. So under President Trump, he saw it as an attack. Under this current government, they don't see it as an attack. They see it as people just trying to come to our country and make, you know, better for their family. Even though we have plenty of video evidence showcasing that it has nothing to do with families. There's very rarely any children with mothers coming across. It's very young men that are coming across the border. Men who be good. Men who may or may not be bringing the sickness that they had, meaning mental sickness or even physical sickness, from their country into our country. Now, that's not me being racist. That's not me being, you know, bigoted. It's just stating the facts. We've seen many times when fentanyl has crossed the border. We've seen many times when they've come across and they've actually sexually assaulted people. It happened right here in our own city, I believe actually in Buffalo, where someone was sexually assaulted like right in front of the children. It was pretty bad. So it all depends on how you see that word right there. Is it an attack, or is it simply just people coming across into the border or into our country, just wanting a better life for themselves? So it really comes down to how you see it. How do you see what Texas is doing? Are they protecting their citizens against an invasion from a foreign entity, or are they being bigoted and racist in stopping this from coming into our country, and they're being the border wall themselves? Because what comes into Texas, you know, either they're going to ship them out or our own government is shipping them all across the country. You've seen it on planes, on buses. They are taking them in the dead middle of the night and dropping them off in different cities. I don't know about you. I'm not very happy about that. I don't know about you, but our taxes in this city are going up. And we know in this entire state that we have to pay for those migrants, no matter if they're in New York City or in Rochester. We have to pay for it. So you make up your own mind. This is just me putting out information so that our fans, our followers out there, the people who listen to us can see for themselves maybe some semblance of common sense here, I think. Hopefully, that's what you see. You guys have a Friday. Happy New Year.